It's me Tanvani Shaha, presenting today a new topic of story review. Many of you have read many story books, but I have also read many story books. I am fond of reading many story books like Paulo Coelho, Sidney Sheldon, Bengali writer Sharath Chandra, Rabindranath Tagore, Syed Mustafa Siraj. But the most of this I feel that I love is to read Subhanallah. I have read it twice or thrice maybe. Okay, the story is very good. It's written by Ashapurna Devi. She was a writer that not only she wrote poems or stories, she also wrote novels. Among the best of its is Subhanallah. Okay, the trilogy, the Subhanallah, Pratham Pratishruti and Bakul Katha, the trilogy of these three characters. One is about Subhanallah's mother, one Subhanallah itself, and the third part, that is Bakul Katha, Subhanallah's youngest daughter, Bakul Katha. This story, it gives us it tells us how the women at that time under the British reign struggled to get education. When the educations were told as that if a girl is being educated, she would have to lead a widow life. A widow life at that time was not having any hair on their head. They have to bald up their hair up. They have to cut their hair in length short. They don't have any colors, no food, no non-veg items were given in the food. Their clothes would only contain some white, and they had to do uposh and all these things. These were the life. So the girls at that time would get scared even after Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar has taken out the law that the education for girls is the legal right. Okay, this story depicts at that time when Subhanallah and Subhanallah's mothers were both of them educated. Subhanallah's mother's name was Satyavati. She sent Subhanallah to school at the Bethune College School. Subhanallah was married at the age of 9. Her mother didn't allow that. Her mother never knew that she was going to marry. Her father and her grandmother planned. Subhanallah's father and grandmother planned and took her to the Guru Ashram and married her. Married her with Muktobami's middle son. Okay. Now the climax of the story begins when the fight of Subhanallah begins at her in-laws' house. She was an educated girl. She never knew how to cook. She was not from a huge joint family. She was only with her brothers, her parents. That was her only family. But when she was married to a whole of huge family where it consists of brothers-in-law, sisters-in-law, like this. So she never knew how to behave with them because she was just a 9-year-old girl. A 9-year-old girl at this present stage, do we all know how to cook? Do we all know how to manage her in-laws? We don't know. So think about that time, how hurt she felt. She was uneducated, and the persons that she was mixing up with her mothers-in-law, sisters-in-laws, they were not educated. They never went to school. They never thought of education. She struggled at that time. She had a problem with her husband that when she grew up and when she was in her teens, that I would better say, her problems came. She wanted to read. She wanted to study, she wanted to learn. She was not allowed to go to school anymore. Her schooling ended at the age of 9 only. But her mother wanted to be her, she would give her matriculation. That time matriculation was a very good exam. The class 10th matriculation. So her mother wanted that, but her mother's wish was not fulfilled. So Subhanallah wanted that to be fulfilled, but through her daughters. When she got pregnant, she wanted that her daughters will also be educated. The daughter's education came when her first child, Chapa, was born. She thought that her wish has come true and Chapa will study, but no. When you have a whole lot of uneducated people in your house and they are all in one stand, you can't be defined. You can't betray themselves, that the problem lies there. What happened with her? The problem lied there. Her family, her husband, no one in her family supported her to send her child to school at that time. Again, the tragedy begins now. She fought for her daughter. She fought for everyone, but she couldn't send her. She was again married off. Her first daughter was again married at the age of 11. Child marriage. Both Subhanallah's mother and Subhanallah's first child was also a victim of the child marriage system. Child marriage in that time was normal. It's not a matter of joke. It was necessary for a girl to get married at the age of 7 and 10, and it was known as Gauri Dan. If a father or a family would do Gauri Dan, then it was prosperous for the family. So they believed that. Now I come to the Subhanallah's mid daughter. She had many children, 3 girls and 5 boys. Okay. But I'm telling about only the girls, because the story of the boys I don't think is necessary. I'm telling about a review only. So now it comes to the second daughter. Her name was Parul. She educated her. She also tried her to send school. She also wanted to educate her, but she again couldn't. All the family pressure, because she is going 15 and she should be married. She should be married because a girl at a 15 or a 12-year girl she's increasing her height. Not only in her height, she's also wasting her father's money. That was thought at that time. Presently is also thought, but that's different. I'm telling about that time. Why are you wasting your father's money? You have to go to your in-laws, waste their money. That was the main duty of the girls. The main duty of the women, I won't mention the girls, women. They only have to cook foods, they only have to give birth to the child, and their duty is done. This was the main motto. She wanted her second child, that was I told her Parul, to send to school, but she couldn't. Parul was sent, she took Parul for the interview, means the school proceeding interview, but Parul was selected for that school, but due to her family pressures, Parul left and told her mother that I don't study. Make Bokul educated. So now the fight of Shubhanalata began for Bokul. She sent Bokul to school at any cost. After many years of passed away, when her grandmother passed away, Miss Muktakeshi Bamri, she passed away. Then Bokul passed matriculation. After matriculation, her mother was so ill, she was suffered from tuberculosis, the TB disease that was known as a Raj Rog at that time, because it was not all curable, it was spreading. And so Shubhanalata died, but Bokul became educated, went to school, went to college, Bethune Collegiate School. She was only one who fulfilled her mother's dream. Not only her mother's, her grandmother's dream also. The third part of Bokul Katha says that. In the third part of Ashapurna Devi, that is the Bokul Katha part, it tells about Bokul Katha's life. That she was only one educated. Her sister, not only educated, Parul was also educated. Parul would also read books, storybooks, novels. Parul was a poem writer. She would write poems. This is the story of Shubhanalata. If any one of you read that story, I feel that if you read it by your heart, you will feel the agony, the pain a girl, a woman went through at that time. That time was British reign. When there was this bonfire times, how would they manage it? Their lifestyle was just within the four walls of the house. They were not allowed to go to the terrace. They never had any verandas to lay down. They only had their rooms, their kitchens, and their threshold. That's it. Their limit extended till that. Only the main door of the houses. This was the story. If you ever feel like it, read it. Thank you.